So thank you for tuning in to the Patricia Show. My name is Patricia. Please press like and subscribe and share this video with someone that you know that needs some type of help or have a lot of questions that they want answered in their life, or anyone who you think it will help. Okay, so have you ever wondered why is it that some people have more I call them issues. You might call them problems or learning experiences, whatever you want to call them, or drama, but whatever you want to call them. Um, but some people have more severe learning experiences than others. Now, let me tell you what I mean by that. Like, for instance, you might have let's say you have a next door neighbor, and she's always having problems with relationships. Just one relationship out of the next relationship, just always relationship issues. Not only does she have a lot of um, relationship issues, she has a lot of family issues, uh, family relationship issues, just relationship issues, period. Maybe with her children, she doesn't get along, just relationship. But let's say you have another neighbor and she gets along with her grown children just as fine. She's married to a guy that really treats her well, and she doesn't have, excuse me, any, issues with him. It's just a pretty good relationship, and they get along good. And she might say, "Hey, he's even my soulmate." So that's what I mean. How some people have a lot of issues in their life, and some people have none. Okay. So let me tell you about what this is. These are learning experiences that are in your life that you need to understand or balance something out, or it could be a karma of some sort that you need to balance that karma, and that's why you may be attracted to so many people in your world that you have karmas with, and that there's a lot of issues with them. Okay. I definitely believe in reincarnation, because I don't think we can come in one lifetime and get all this stuff learned in one lifetime. So I think it's a series of lifetimes where we come back and we're being faced with maybe things we did in another lifetime, and we're here to balance and learn from whatever issues we had before. I did some tapes on reincarnation. I might do some other ones in the next couple of weeks to expand on what I've already said about it. But anyway, you might have learning experiences. So let's say when you're born into this life, is already either, I'm not sure where is that lesson lies in you, because it be released. So let me explain this. So it's like when you come into in this world, it's either in your chakra or in your aura. I think it's in your chakra though. But anyway, you have 7 chakras, which is the energy field in your body, and they control different areas of your life. So I believe that when you come into this world, whatever lessons you need to learn are released from the chakra, goes into the aura, and then it attracts that situation to you. So let me give you an example. So say you meet this guy, you're going out for a dance, wasn't planning on going to the dance, you went to the dance, and holy behold, you meet this guy, and this guy ends up, you feel like you've known him all your life, and you end up getting a relationship with him. And let's say for this particular example, the relationship is good, and you stay married to him in this entire lifetime, and it's a good relationship. Okay. So still, that information was drawn from your chakra into your aura to attract him to you in the first place. And then it attracted this particular guy to you, and this particular soul was meant to be your partner in that particular lifetime. So you really didn't have any karmas with him, and that just ended up being a really good relationship, okay? But let's say you're in another lifetime and you really the same thing, you go to a party, you meet this guy, but this relationship is not a good one. And you're constantly having conflict with this person and everything. And you didn't even have to marry this person. It's just that after you got to know them in a couple of months, you just start having a lot of issues with this person, and it just wasn't good relationship. So this is the same thing. The karma is released, or the experience that you're going to have is released from the chakra into your aura that allows you to attract this person to you in the first place. And when you're attracting this person to you, all you know is that there's just always complication in this relationship. But if you're entering into a relationship, let me tell you something, and if there's complication, I don't care if it's a mother-daughter relationship, your sister relationship, if it's filled with complications, those are karmas. And it's some lesson that you need to learn. And this is why the relationship is so challenging, or you're not getting along with this person, because something from the past life with this person needs to be balanced, and you need to learn something and that about this relationship or about this person, and that's why it's the complications are there. So I'm using relationships as an example, but it's like that with every area of your life. Even if now you might say, because let me tell you this, nothing happens coincidentally, nothing. So if you end up if you end up doing a crime, and then you end up going to jail for that crime, it is the same premises that the experience was released from one of the chakra areas into your aura that attracted the people and the situation to you for you to commit whatever the robbery was or whatever the illegal thing was you did, and then for you to go to jail. Do you see what I'm saying? There's some type of karma or some sort that you need to learn within the prison system, and that's why you're in there in the first place. So that experience was attracted to you for you to learn this karma. And in most cases, when the karma is complete, you're released from jail. And if some people die in prison, well, maybe that's whatever your situation was for learning this, maybe that's something that you needed to go through to experience the death in prison. So what I'm trying to say is that everything that we experience in life is it's a lesson. All of it is, we are here to create lessons. It's almost like you're in a play. When you come to earth, you're in a play, and you play out these different adventures, and then when it's over, you pass on back to your real reality, which is the spirit world, which is your real reality, okay? And so all of our lives, everything is like that for everybody, because you are here to learn lessons so that your spirit can grow and that you can emerge back with the divine I am self, okay? So this is why maybe one neighbor may have a lot of drama in their life, and the other one might not have a lot of drama in their life. You see what I mean? It depends on the lessons that you need to learn from another life. Let's say somebody in this life murdered their wife or something. Let's say you murder your wife, and then you go to jail in this life, and then that's the end. You end up dying in jail, and that's it. So how do you balance that karma? Because you murdered your wife. So that goes against the cosmic laws of harmony. So how do you balance that? Well, what will happen is that You will have to choose in one of your next lives. It doesn't have to be the next life that you're going to have. It could be 2 or 3 lives down the road. But the bottom line, before you can ascend back into that oneness with your I am self, you have to balance that karma, okay? So you are going to have to come back to this world. That person that you murdered, your wife that you murdered, you are gonna have to be partners again in a future life. It doesn't matter. She could be the woman, you could be the woman. That part doesn't matter. What matters is that somebody is going to kill you in a marriage, so that you can see what it feels like to somebody murder you. Because remember, you murdered your wife, right? So you need to experience that and know what it feels like. So you will come back to balance this karma, and somebody will murder you in a relationship, so that you can see what that feels like. Once that happens, you've balanced the karma. But the main thing, what I want to tell you today, the main thing is I want to explain to you is how this is released. So nobody ever comes to this world and think they're not going to be able to fulfill these karmas, because you're going to. Some people, I remember when I was younger, I used to think, oh, well, God must be leading us to do these things, because we don't even remember that we had a past life. So how do we remember to know to balance these karmas? And so I remember one day fasting and asking that very question. And what I'm telling you is what I was told, is that when you enter into this world, again, I'm going to say it, everything goes into, your karma, it goes into your chakra, which is released out of the aura, which brings the experience to you. So what even your future experiences, everything that you're going to experience is being attracted to you in your aura. So this is why when you go to a reader, or somebody who do a tarot card reading, or a psychic of some sort, this is why some of them can tap into these lessons in your aura, and they can pick them up, and they're able to tell you, well, you're going to meet a man, I'm just saying this is an example. You're going to meet a man, you're going to be happy, but one of you are going to be killed, or something like that. It's because, or either you're going to rob a store and you're going to jail. Whatever the case, whatever the reading is because this reader or this tarot reader is sensitive enough to tap into your aura and to get that information out, what has been put in there, to what's going to happen to you. You understand? The experiences is going to be sent to you. This tarot reader or spiritual reader is able to tap in and tell you this is what's gonna happen in your future. Okay, so it's not like God is picking on you or anything like that. You have to balance every karma that you have did in all of your lifetimes before you emerge with your I am self. Now, you have to balance let me make a correction here. You have to balance 51% of your karmas. When you have balanced 51% of your karmas, then you are able to move on and, like we would say, re-emerge with your I am, or your higher self, or your God self. But you can't do that until you've balanced these karmas. And usually this is done when you balance the karmas and then you reemerge with God. Usually that's done in your last lifetime. So in that last lifetime on the wheel of reincarnation, when you no longer have to go back to you no longer have to come back to earth. Usually all of those all those karmas, 51% of your karmas from all lifetimes will be balanced. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in to the Patricia Show. Have a great week. And don't forget to push like and subscribe.